Alright, now that we know the rule, the rest of these should go a little faster. So let's try number 7. So we've got a to the 24th raised to the 1/2. So that's going to be the same as the square root of a to the 24th. Well, 24 is an even number, right? You divide it as a to the 12th times a to the 12th. So this one comes out, they're even, so it's going to be a to the 12th, and then there's none left over. On our next example, a to the 31 raised to the 1/2 is going to be the same as the square root of a to the 31. Now, this is an odd number. When we divide it by 2, we're going to get 15.5. So 15 is the number times itself. But we're still going to have one more, because 15 plus 15 is just 30. So these ones will take the square root, a to the 15. Now those cancel. I have 1a left over, so square root of a. All right, number 9. A to the 40 raised to the 1/2 is the same as square root of a to the 40. It's an even number. Divide 40 by 2, and you get a to the 20 times a to the 20. Well, that's perfect square, so a to the 20. And there's none left over. Odd number, this one is a to the 47. So when we take the square root of a to the 47, we're going to divide it by 2, and we're going to get, 23.5. So a to the 23, a to the 23, and we're going to have that one extra guy left over. So it's going to be a to the 23 square root of a. I want you to try 11 and 12. Push pause on the video until you've tried these two. Push play when you're ready to see the answer, okay? Push pause now. Alright, so number 11 says a to the 120 raised to the 1/2. I'm going to rewrite that as square root of a to the 120. Now, 120 is an even number. 120 divided by 2 is 60. So we get a to the 60 times a to the 60. Well, that's perfect square. So both of those cancel, and we would just have a to the 60 left. 101. When we raise that to the 1/2, the same as taking the square root of a to the 101. 101 is close to 100. 100 divided by 2 is 50. So a to the 50 times a to the 50. But that's only 100. I need one extra, so I have an a. The 50s are perfect squares. So a to the 50 comes out. I have one left over, so square root of a. On the back. Now, let's put it all together, and this time we're going to have coefficients and letters. So, let's do number 13. It says 144 y squared raised to the 1/2, which would be the same as the square root of 144 y squared. Now, is 144 a perfect square? Yes, it is. 12 times 12, right? There's nothing left over, so we're going to pull out a 12. Y squared is a perfect square because that's just y times y. There's nothing left over, so 12y. Let's try 15 real quick. 24 x to the 5th raised to the 1/2 is the same as the square root of 24 x to the 5th. Now, I know for a fact 24 is not a perfect square. But ask yourself, what perfect square can I divide out of 24? I can divide out a 4, right? 2 times 2 is 4. So, square root of 4 is 2. So pull out the 2. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And now let's work with the letters. I've got x to the 5th. How do I get x to the 5th multiplying? Well, when I divide it by 2, because it's odd, that'd be like x squared times x squared with 1x left over to get 2 plus 2, which is 5. So x squared, there's our perfect square. That comes to the outside, and we have this one left over. So x stays in the middle. And so this one becomes 2x squared, square root of 6x. Now, let's see how you guys would do on this. I want you to try 14 and 16. Push pause on the video until you've tried them. Push play when you're ready to see the answer, okay? Push pause now. Alright, so 81, a fourth, b sixth, c to the 10th raised to the 1/2 is the same as the square root of all that. Now, 81 is a perfect square. That's 9 times 9. So we're going to pull out a 9. Both of those will cancel. A to the 4th is an even number, so divide it by 2. This is going to be a squared times a squared. So I can pull out an a squared. Nothing left over. B to the 6th is the same as b to the 3rd times b to the 3rd. So I can pull out a b to the 3rd. C to the 10th divided by 2 is going to be c to the 5th. So there's our answer. Now, on number 16, 75 is not a perfect square. But I can divide a perfect square of 25 out of there. Sorry, this is the square root of 75 x squared y to the 3rd. So, 75 divided by 25 will give us 3 left over. We pull out that square root, which is a 5. So, 5 square root of 3, we got our numbers. Now deal with the letters. X squared is a perfect square, that's just x times x. So, that x is going to come out to the side. Y to the 3rd is an odd number, so that's y times y times y. 1y is going to come out, and then it's an odd number, so 1 is always going to be in the middle. So this would be 5xy square root of 3y. I'm going to stop the video here. We got just a few more examples.